She wouldn't talk to me. That made me go crazy.
Kelly Ripa and her husband Mark Consuelos have always presented themselves as having the perfect marriage, but it turns out that not everything was great from them in the beginning, and they broke up just days before they eloped in 1996. And you'll never believe just how fast everything happened and how Mark would stop at nothing to get her back. It had taken Kelly and Mark a while before they admitted that things weren't exactly paradise between them in the beginning, but they finally revealed to everyone that they really did break up all those years ago during an episode of Live with Kelly and Mark just a few months ago. Kelly said that when Mark broke up with her, he didn't do a very good job at it. During the episode, they said that they always remember December 11th as their breakup day, which is something that they still look back on. The two of them talked about why a lot of people tend to break up around this time of year, speculating that it could be due to the pressure of the holidays. But in an interesting turn of events, Mark encouraged everyone watching the show to just break up with someone if they were thinking about it. And he even said that if someone didn't have the courage to do it, then they could reach out to the show and they would do it for them. While he bragged that he was good at breakups and would be a great resource, Kelly also chimed in to say that she was technically the last person he broke up with, and it all happened just 3 days before they got married. The whole story is kind of strange when you think about it, and it's interesting that they still went through with getting married in the end. Looking back, it seems like they made the right decision considering their long marriage, but the fact that they aren't super open about why they broke up is slightly suspicious. While you think that they would have announced the reason behind it on the show, they quickly ended the subject and moved on to something else. It's also important to note that Kelly and Mark didn't exactly have a whole wedding planned out. The two of them eloped in Las Vegas, and it happened pretty much immediately after they got back together. Despite their secrecy, Mark did admit on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen that Kelly drove him crazy with her lack of communication. According to Mark, once they broke up, he didn't hear anything from her, and he joked that he even had to stalk her to talk to her. He said that he and Kelly were set to do an appearance on Live with Regis and Kathy Lee, and while they were in the room together, Kelly wouldn't talk to him. After that, he said that he followed her down to Central Park and stalked her before they finally went back to his place and then got married the next day. The whole thing is super strange, especially when you look at how quickly everything happened. Despite that, Mark said that it was ultimately good for their relationship since it made their love even stronger than it was before the breakup. Their marriage was so hasty, and they only did it because they had a couple of days off from work at the same time and figured it would be fun. They were also experiencing a record-breaking snowstorm at the time, and they saw that it was warm and sunny in Las Vegas, so they wanted to go. Those are definitely pretty strange reasons to get married, and it just makes you wonder, why wouldn't they have planned a real wedding? And why did they actually choose to get married so quickly after their breakup? While they may never admit what caused their breakup in the first place, it's possible that they were afraid that something could come between them again. They might have been scared for another breakup and felt that a marriage would feel more solid and a real commitment. On the other hand, it's possible that spending a couple of days apart made them realize just how much they actually loved each other, and they just couldn't wait any longer. But either way, I feel like their attitude about all of this is kind of weird. Even though they were joking that December 11th is their breakup day, almost like it's a holiday for them, it's still a dark thing to celebrate. In many ways, it seems like the two of them can't help but think about the situation, even though it's been more than 2 decades. And while Mark thought it was funny that he had to stalk Kelly after they broke up, it's not actually all that funny at all if you think about it. There could have been a much deeper reason behind Kelly refusing to talk to him, and it seems like this issue could still be a sour spot in their marriage. Despite this, we can't deny that their marriage has seen at least some level of success. While we don't know what really goes on behind closed doors, the simple fact that they've been together for as long as they have is definitely worth noting. It's possible that Kelly and Mark might eventually open up even more about why they broke up all those years ago, but until then, what do you guys think about all this? Who do you think really initiated the breakup? And what are your thoughts on them getting married so fast after they got back together? I would love to know what you think about this one, so let me know what you think in the comments down below.